How can they know that joy to be alive who have not flown? To loop and spin and roll and climb and dive, the very sky one's own.
I think birds have always captured man's imagination, and it seems to be something about that, the apparent freedom that birds have just to go wherever they want. I think in reality they're tied to their needs, so the same as we are, but to us, stuck on the ground seem to be much freer than we are. I suspect that man wants to fly because he can't. It seems to be something in human nature to want to, to find a way to do things that you can't. There's something almost magical about being able to fly and to just not be constrained by, gravity in many ways. And it certainly is a powerful force. I don't know if I understand exactly the reasons behind it.
Well, it must surely be that birds have inspired mankind, humankind, to fly. If your arms could be wings, we could do what a bird does and rise immediately, land on the spot, and even sophisticated technology that we use, we can't do it in the same way that it managed to do it. Someday we will get nearer to it as we begin to understand some of the wonders of nature, but not with the degree of elegance and efficiency that the birds do. Aviation provides a marvellous subject, a whole range of subjects for anyone who is an artist or a designer, as I am. There can be nothing that provides more excitement, more visual interest than the clouds, the background of the clouds, and the wonderful machines which mankind has made in order to make the conquest of the air. In my view, engineering is one of the great arts of mankind because it combines the analysis of science with the creative intensity of art. But it does so in the service of mankind. And that, to me, is the most marvellous thing you can do. By their nature, and even by the quiet, silent flight that they produce, gliders are perhaps the most beautiful of all.
I've been paragliding for 14 years, and you've been paragliding for?
I've been paragliding for 15 years. I've always wanted to fly. Always, and I still do want to do it all the time. You know, it's not an obsession, but it's getting there.
It is. It is. I think it is an obsession.
It might be. I do love it.
Yeah, I think so. I think my interest in flying was looking at the sky when I was young and wondering what it would be like to be up there. And I used to lie in my bed and look out the window, and I used to think, I'd quite like to be up there. I really would like to be up there.
The beauty of paragliding is taking off, just being lifted off the ground, and you can pick somewhere to go, or you can just bumble around in the air and just play in the sky.
I think it is the freedom of the sky. You have all that space that you do not have on the ground. You're in that moment, you're in that feeling of freedom, and that for me is paragliding. When you're on a paraglider, you become very aware. All your senses are really attuned to the air, which you don't get in any type of flight, plane.
When you're in a commercial jet, it's like being in a room. I don't get any sense of flying at all. And so the two aren't the same for me. I don't get a feeling of as if I'm flying when I'm in a jet.
Flying in a commercial aeroplane is a commercial business getting from A to B and doing so safely and effectively. Yes, they fly. The same equations, the same laws of physics makes it work. The experience of being a passenger is a very different thing in a big airplane. It's admirable in its way, but not with the same degree of personal pleasure and satisfaction as actually flying in your own airplane. Yes, some of the romance has gone out of it, but that still happens to the people who fly for fun, who fly from little fields, who fly in light aircraft, who fly in gliders, who fly in hot air balloons. They can still capture quite a bit of that early romance of flight.
So long has puny man on earth been chained, who is now free, and with this conquest of the air has gained the glorious liberty. How splendid is this gift he gave on high to Rome, the sun a friend, the earth a slave, the heavens home.